The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
I like my green with crystals like Folgers, picking up momentum, rolling like boulders. They call me ice, but I'm really much colder. My rhymes is heavy like the weight on my shoulders. I'm spitting that red hot smoldering lava. I fight to the end like the Navajo. Crack a bottle though, make it the goose with cranberry and triple sec. Triple my check, I feel the ripple effect of a fool on the loose. I hit you from every angle, from obtuse to right. Street shit like JJ, I'm dynamite. Slide me some dough, I show you an execution in the flesh. And promise not to leave nothing left. If you vomit, I keep stabbing, shooting, damaging, looting, till it ain't no disputing who the greatest is.
About the boy's mom, and he says, you know,
what up, hand clap.
Hey,
hand clap. Yo, everybody, thanks for tuning in to Mike Robertson Boulevard, episode 50, nigga.
50.
What's up, nigga?
50.
Wow, man. Just one short year ago, a brother had a dream, man, just to do one show and shit, man. For real.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now we're at 50. Let me tell you how it started, man. My name is Mike Robertson. I was literally in my car on Robertson Boulevard, right over there by the Beverly Center. I'm going to know, I don't even remember where the fuck I was going. I was in my car, man, and that shit said Robertson Boulevard. And when I was a kid, I used to think that was my street and shit. Like, I would say to my moms, like, Mom, there's our street, Mom. There's our street. And it was a little laughs and shit. So, niggas, I was at the light, and I was like, Mike Robertson Boulevard. Nigga, that's my street, nigga. That's the name of the shit. And that's how it started, man.
Yeah. Good story.
Let me tell you. Then, I didn't know what the hell I was going to do, what I was going to talk about. I said, I'm going to make it silly. I'm going to keep some hip-hop in it, and we're going to get super real in it as well, on some real-life shit. That's all I knew. So I reached out to a few fellas. Melrose Uncut was the first person I called. This is funny how it happens. I said, yo, Melrose, man, I'm doing this little show now, man. I want you just to come through sometime. He was like, you need a co-host? And I was like, yeah, nigga, I need a co-host. And that's how that shit got born, man, for real, man. So in the first episode, my homie DeJuan, we was talking about Clinton because she had just lost.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, DeJuan, you got to get on here and talk about this shit with me. So DeJuan came. And then in that same night, Mr. Trey Love was in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Called Trey Love with like an hour to go. And he was like, yeah, fool. Yeah, I'll be there or whatever. So that's what it is, man. And that's how the shit came alive. So the 50th episode, man, I got my crew back in the house. My homie Al Toomer is in the place to be. Thank y'all, man. Hey, class, man. What's love? Look, I got the homie Al in the house who was in them clubs with me. Al was in them clubs with me back in 1992, nigga.
Oh, boy.
And we just got to talking about how Al, it used to be the dirtiest motherfuckers in the clubs, too. Al's jokes would just have motherfuckers cringing like, It was rude. But Al had game, and man, Al's joining me too. He been on the show like 3 or 4 or 5 times, so he coming back, man. What's up?
Good to be here, baby. He said,
hey, man, shit, man, God is good,
but,
man.
I had a fucked up day today, man.
Really, man? Don't nobody give a flat flying.
Not one fuck, not a half of a fuck.
That's
I'm
really
gonna tell you anyway.
I'm so glad that you said
I gotta
I mean,
man.
like, don't nobody give a fuck.
Not
That
one
is the
fifth
realest-
of one
Don't
fuck.
nobody.
That is the
I'm sorry, I can't even
realest
see my phone.
reaction.
I'm sitting
Like,
here with
don't
3 dicks tonight.
I was thinking
That's
it.
the way it's gonna be.
I'm glad that Mike just
Soon as
expressed
one
it,
of
Man,
man.
put
Like,
your fucking
nobody
feelings on your
give a
doormat,
fuck.
nigga.
Hey.
And walk
Good
outside.
evening, nigga. Welcome to humanity,
Hey.
goddammit, with your grown ass.
Anyway, nigga,
Does America want
I
to hear
have
my
a fucking
bullshit?
toothache,
Oh.
And I actually zipped the, one of those times, like the day is one of those days where I accidentally zipped my dick up in my zipper.
Oh. Okay, well, look, first of all, you're talking way too loud to have a toothache, nigga, because that shit rumbling in your mouth.
You should be talking like 1982 Muhammad Ali right now.
Yeah.
But
The 82 version.
the beauty of you brothers is one of you gave me some Patron where I could switch it around on that motherfucker. See, when you ain't got no
damn.
pain,
Oh, yeah, the
put some
alcohol.
on there.
Okay.
But I know by the time we get off, it'll be aching again.
Damn.
But I'll
All
have
right,
this
man.
bitch snatched out tomorrow.
Really?
Fuck a crown.
Damn.
for
How much that
$2,000.
shit gonna cost? Like $20?
Ah, shit.
You going to Home Depot, nigga,
It'll
and get a
be
nigga
less
some
than
pliers?
goddamn fucking $1,500 for a crown.
Man, I got to tell y'all a story about Mr. Al Tumar. First of all,
Here we go.
I'm a comic just like the rest of us here, and he's a legend, and cats like him paved the way for us to really do this. But I had
Look, first, let's just say this is Trey Love in the house. We didn't do no proper
Introduce.
introductions and everything. Everybody already knows Trey Love.
Yeah,
But
Trey.
anyway, Trey Love.
What's up, y'all?
that Al story?
But I gotta tell the story about my nigga. You know, as an up and coming comic, you know, you look at your career, and there are people that you look forward to. You say, I can't wait to meet this motherfucker. And like, oh my God, when you get booked on a show and you see your face on the same flyer as this motherfucker, so your ego feeling all good and shit. And then you like, I can't wait to go on the road with this motherfucker. Then when you go on the road with this motherfucker, you realize this nigga think he your uncle or your real daddy. You know what I'm saying? You're like, I mean,
how
like
about that?
You know what I'm saying? You like, I can't wait to roll out with this motherfucker. You just smiling and shit. I got Al in the car. That nigga in there. Hey, Al, don't smoke cigarettes in the car. He started laughing. Don't smoke what, nigga? You know what I'm saying? You
Fuck
like,
your
oh
rules
my God.
in your own car, nigga.
Right.
Fuck your
There
rules.
is no, look, you little punk ass.
I don't even understand.
Man, we was trying to decide who was gonna open, who was gonna close. I said, well, Al, I don't want to close for you. You gonna have to close. He pulled his belt off. He said, I'm not closing. I'm like, what the fuck is you pulling your belt off for?
Yeah.
So yeah, needless to say, I still love him dearly, but yeah, we'll never travel again. That's all. I'm gonna just leave it at
He
that.
said you can say that again.
I have my side of that story too.
Hey, well, Al Toomer is 49 years old.
Exactly.
And 49 is the new 62 with this because
The new
this
62.
nigga, yeah, 49 is the new 62. This nigga arped up and everything, man, already.
The favor I'm gonna do for him is I'm gonna leave your story just like that. We talk about it outside.
Yeah.
No, Al. Hey, and I'm gonna tell y'all something else too. The nigga scares the shit out of me. So let me put that out
I will
there.
be your uncle.
Because look at him. I mean, come
Hey,
on.
he's rather menacing, huh?
Hey, tell me that y'all don't watch them movies. In every fucking movie, it's a nigga. Remember, like when the nigga was in the car, he say, "Do something to make me feel better." That don't he look like that kind of like when you be all scared and shit? I ain't gonna lie, I be like, "Oh shit, they go Al tomorrow." I'm trying to go the other way and shit. I feel a little nervous because I ain't trying to have my head hanging out nobody's Cadillac.
Yeah, look, you can just look at that shit right there. That look like the mind playing tricks on me video
Yeah.
type shit.
Al look like he lick his own bloody knuckles.
Right. Do something to make me
I'm sitting
Just
up
for fun.
a table full of killers, and y'all gonna put that on me. Like y'all look like a bunch of teddy bears. Fuck you, Jack.
Stupid teddy bears. All right, man. Let's get to it, man.
Sitting up here look like a gangster. Killers, I know who I'm sitting around.
Oh shit.
Al, you kind of coordinated tonight, man. I'm pretty impressed, man, honestly.
Well, go ahead and tell
You got
me
all
about
kind
it,
of
Rocky.
hues of blacks and browns and shit. Damn. All right,
And y'all
man.
come back to that. Ain't showed no empathy. I didn't say, damn, man, I'm sorry.
Oh,
you
about
went
your
through
tooth?
that, your tooth. You zipped your dick up. None of that.
Look, when niggas didn't want to hear about your dick,
At
But
all.
I mean, this is some shit that you've
nah,
done it.
it's private.
Slow down next time. That's what we got. Slow down.
Be real careful.
Slow down.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
well,
private.
I know
so-
what to do
don't
next
be wearing
time,
them,
nigga.
don't be wearing no tight ass pants. Ain't
Yeah.
gonna have that problem.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, that's where it
And the
starts.
worst
Like-
part ain't zipping it up.
Last time I did that, I was about
It's-
6.
Yeah,
That's
man.
you.
Yeah.
I'm talking about me. The worst part is having it, not zipping it up. It's the unzipping.
When it's caught up.
It's called the paramedics.
Man, I don't want to, man. You ain't hear this shit, man. What's the next subject?
Like, really, somebody look.
I'm fucking with you dicks because
how dare you use us this way, man?
That's dick abuse.
All kind of ash fell out that zipper.
Right.
This is interview abuse, man.
Right, that's
Dandruff.
dick abuse.
All right, God, keep living,
man.
you young fucks.
Are you hijacking this whole show, man, with your
No, I'm not. I mean,
Zipper,
I've been
trippers?
Literally, he's hijacking
About me,
the
I've
whole
been
show.
called gangster. I mean,
hijacking?
Oh, gangsta ass Al.
Al, all right, man. Fuck it, man. Since you went there, how'd your shit get stuck?
I just told you I got stuck, nigga. I zipped it up.
Yeah, but what were you doing?
Obviously, I'd finished pissing.
Obviously. Is that the only option out there?
Yeah. You could have woke up in the morning and just put your pants on, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously.
He could have been.
Well, I finished.
Whatever, man. First thing, man. NCAA tournament time. Anybody checking for that?
Yeah,
Anybody
yeah.
do their brackets?
I ain't doing no goddamn bracket.
fuck them
Wasting my
brackets,
fucking time doing no fucking brackets.
All right, man. Me too, man.
I'm good.
Fucking
But I'll watch the shit every now and again.
Every now and again.
Look, the biggest thing right now that's happening as far as controversy is fools talking about, not fools, but journeymen talking about they need to get paid for the tournament, at least.
They should.
So if you make it to the tournament, man, you should be able to get some ducats.
They should get paid year round.
Exactly, because them boys bringing a lot of money. They bring in a lot.
They bringing
of
in
money.
billions of dollars.
And look, they can't get a job.
Right.
They can't work.
Yep.
They can't accept even a meal from somebody that has anything to do with the school.
Yep.
You can't get no help. You can't get no help for your moms or nothing. And you can't work,
that's what I'm saying. I can understand if the college say, well, we gave y'all a piece of shit ass goddamn scholarship, so, you know, we giving you an education. But if you paid me, I could buy my own fucking scholarship.
Yeah.
But the college ain't got to pay them. Where it's wrong at for you to tell other people they can't pay them.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's like he can't go out and just sign his jersey and sell that motherfucker.
Wow.
What the fuck? What?
Yeah. And they making billions and billions of dollars off
I'm
them
not talking
kids.
about no jersey, man. I'm talking about boosters, people, other people. If the university don't want to pay them, how the fuck you gonna tell me if a person, a citizen, gives them some goddamn money to help his family out? That's against the rules.
I think they should get paid. The university should pay them because this is what happens. There's literally a one-to-one connection between success in the tournament and admissions. So your admissions go up every year since 1982. College is outpaced inflation by like 100%. Wow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we see what's happening in the jungles right now. These USC buying up the jungles. Why? Because they need more housing for their students. They need more students. Why? Because its football program is so goddamn good for all them years. Wow. It brought new people to the school. So everybody making money. Everybody making millions of dollars. Exactly. Every time a game comes on TV, that's at least $1 million from the TV deal to the school, not including concessions, parking, and admissions. They getting hundreds of millions of dollars every time a commercial run. Everybody getting paid.
It's way more.
And one of the kids I used to coach called me up asking for a cup of noodles 2 years ago.
Wow.
Because he didn't have no food to eat.
Yeah.
And they made the tournament.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. I want to hear this shit, man.
Think on that, Trey Love?
Man, I feel the same exact way. I mean, in this society we live in, you know what I'm saying, it's the government, it's IRS, it's about the dollar bill. Pay them boys, man, for real. Let them cats get some money, man. Like, let everybody get a little piece of the rock, you know what I'm saying?
For real, man. Ain't that
That's
the
how I
American way?
Yeah, seriously. Let everybody get a piece of the rock.
It's supposed to be. Al, what you got to say?
They should get paid. And like I said, if the university, what I'm saying is, even if y'all ain't gonna pay them, don't make it a violation if a rich motherfucker want to give them something.
Right.
Or somebody want to pay them. Well, that ain't none of your fucking business.
Right. Exactly. It's none of your business.
Like Paul Pierce, I just heard him talking the other day. He said when he went to Kansas, man, he had to call back and ask his high school coach to send him a coat because out here you wear shit like this, but in Kansas, nigga, it's 20 degrees or less.
Right.
And
you can't even get a coat, man. Ain't that something, man? Please, man. Y'all need to switch to black.
2 weeks ago, the NCAA's used the 13th Amendment as the reason as to why they shouldn't have to pay athletes. The Slavery Amendment. That really happened, black people.
That's exactly what's going on.
That really happened. Look it up. Yeah.
Look at
13th Amendment.
Through the knowledge. All right, next thing, man. O.J. Simpson put out a new mixtape. Well, it just came out for the first time.
Yeah, because it was a video called If I Did It. He filmed when he was going through that trial that he was caught stealing his own shit. He needed some money to pay for his defense. So some people say, hey, let's do a hypothetical video. Just if you did it, how would you have done it? And he said, okay, I'm dumb as fuck. I'm OJ. I'm going to go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
And he did it. And then the Goldman family is what stopped him from being released. And like a lot of white folks saw, OJ stood to make a lot of money off that. And they were like, nah, we don't want this nigga making shit, so you can't release it. So now that he's out, and now they got to teach the lie to a new generation, they released the video and reframed it and said the confession. But the way they said it was as if he was confessing, but you saw the question mark on the side, so that removed them of any legal liability saying it was a confession.
Right.
And people ate it up.
And he did.
Well, I'll say this about it, man. It was not... Yeah, they relabeled it a confession or whatever, but I read between the lines, dude. That shit was too real, what that motherfucker was saying, dude. And he just kept saying shit like, he'll be like telling himself and be like, allegedly. And then he'll be like, I walked up with the knife and there was blood everywhere. I couldn't remember what just happened right before then, allegedly. Like, dude, man, what the fuck? Who would do that shit?
A nigga doesn't have legal bills to pay and no other way to make money?
Look, if someone kills your wife, if somebody kills your wife, bro, you're not going to be fucking joking around, dude. You're not going to be coming up with videos.
You're not, but you don't know who he is. But OJ just spent 10 years in jail and walked out with a smile.
Yes, he did.
That's who this motherfucker is. Like he spent 10 years in jail for stealing his own shit.
Yes, he did.
And you see him in Vegas going around like, hey there, hi there, ho there.
Look,
most people
I'm just saying
that spent 10 years in jail are gonna be sad. They're gonna be a little down. They're gonna be a little shook.
Nah, nigga happy to be out. He happy to be out, and he got money.
He came out
Look, I'm just saying this.
He a
right?
different kind of dude.
It's a risky thing to be doing, dude. Somebody will fucking kill you just for doing some dumb shit like that, teasing this pearly white wife that they think you killed and shit. You walking around and shit, making fun of it, and doing jokes and shit, nigga.
OJ had nothing to lose. No matter what happens, everybody gonna think he did it.
His ass.
OJ, white folks already, no matter fuck the evidence. Forget the fact that it was blood all over the place.
What about your kids?
And a couple drops in his car.
How your kids feel?
You know what I mean? Forget all that.
What about how your kids feel?
They already think he's guilty, so he has nothing to lose.
What about how your kids feel, man?
Your kids need you to pay them bills.
That's what he was doing. Yeah,
OJ got money.
$5 million for that.
He got money. That was his way of keeping his ass out of jail to be there with his kids to pay for it.
Almost said
Buster
about
Patrol.
the OJ shit is what I've always said about it is he might know who did it, but ain't nobody gonna make me believe no black man. We just don't do no shit like that.
We don't do shit like that.
Right.
And you know
he's not black. He's OJ.
No, he's black. He got some nigga in him.
I like that. See, Al broke it right there. No, he got some nigga in him.
A whole lot of it.
Got some nigga.
Okay, so did he do it? You say no.
I'm saying he wouldn't. We don't do that. Even if you want to kill.
So is that a no?
You're not gonna go goddamn slash this bitch through it out there, man, and just walk off.
Yeah.
And you know your kids upstairs.
Yeah.
Is that a no?
No.
I don't think he did it. He might have. He might. Let's just put it this way: if he did do it, he didn't do it the way the fuck they told him.
Well, that was the main problem. They gave a story that wasn't believable.
And they like Johnny Cochran said,
did he do it?
This shit, the murder she wrote, they sent it back and said it was unbelievable.
Trey Love, did he do it?
I'm gonna tell you something a lot of people don't know, and I don't mind putting it out there because it's real. O.J. Simpson is a distant cousin of mine. Not too distant. I'm related to O.J. Yeah.
Damn, you used to play football?
Yeah, I was kind of bad, too.
Really?
Yeah.
You had a sidestep and shit?
Like a strong nigga,
did you have his little football cards and shit? Like, this my cousin.
Like, I was growing up, so that's my cousin. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to have to agree with Al. I'm not just saying this because, you know, the nigga my kinfolk. I love it. Because he your cousin. The nigga looking all at me because he your cousin. Yeah, because he my cousin. I'm going to say flat out, I just don't believe. Like, we like my kids upstairs and all that. Nicole and that boy was caught up in some drug stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, people they want to discredit her drug habit and the stuff that she was doing. You know what I mean?
That Mezzaluna restaurant.
That's what I'm saying. So I just personally, like I say, OJ may have some knowledge of it, which I'm sure he probably do. But as far as him physically doing it, I don't believe the man did it.
I'm gonna say emphatically, hell nah, he didn't do it. Because I look at the evidence. I don't look at this. Black people, what we have to realize is black people, OJ is an allegory to white America of what happens if black people got equal justice. And for them, that's a big fear of them. For middle America, they know that we ain't got a chance to get locked up. So OJ represents a gleaming possibility that, hey, the system may work for these niggas and they don't like it. So they're going to... Adolf Hitler said something a long time.
To change from 12.
Adolf Hitler said something in 1923. He said, "Tell a lie loud enough, tell it long enough, and the people will believe it." Yeah. That's why you have, because the truth stands on its own. I don't have to tell you; it's how you feel it.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I got to keep telling you something, keep telling you something, keep telling you something, I'm gonna read between the lines and be like, "Nigga, you're probably lying." Because this is how I look at it. They say you got sliced and diced. They got
all that just to tell us what you really feel.
They got sliced and diced up, right?
Say all that to say this.
This is what happened. People associated with that Mezzaluna restaurant. The Mezzaluna restaurant, first of all, is a mafia hangout. It's like the liquor bank was here in the 90s with the gangsters. That's where the Italian gangsters hung out, was at the Mezzaluna restaurant. 2 people got sliced and diced that same year. That's associated with that restaurant.
The guy talking is DeJuan Brown.
Hey, Mike getting his ass up out of that shit.
These are facts. There's
Mike
blood.
I
saw the autopsy. I saw the autopsy. I already said emphatically no.
Oh, emphatically.
There was blood everywhere. If I'm gonna slice somebody up and have blood on me, just use your own mind. When you get in your car, it's gonna be a smear mark. It's gonna be a smudge. It's gonna be evidence. It's gonna be the blood ain't gonna be a drop.
No.
There was missing blood vials. Mark Furman said on tape that he enjoys framing black people. Wow. That's caught on tape and is in the trial. On top of that, when the Rampart scandal came in 1997, when the LAPD Rampart scandal broke,
that was the beginning of
4 officers that were involved in the OJ crime scene were caught during the Rampart scandal planting evidence on black people. So this shit happens over and over and over and over and over again. And the niggas gonna be like, well, it didn't happen with OJ because I wanted to agree with White Daddy. No, the nigga didn't do shit.
Reality TV.
Let me tell you what I think, man. I think that OJ went there to kill them and they beat him to it. And he walked up on it with his knife out and was like, oh, shit, man, damn. And then he dipped back and got in his car, nigga, and was sweating and shit and rolled to the crib. Because, look, the limo driver said that motherfucker was sweating, dude. Like, he was profusely like... And look, let me just say this, though. If you kill... Here's the first things first, is there was too much blood on the ground and everything and all that for it not to be in his car, okay? There's just no way around it. There's no way a nigga didn't have some fucking super fly suit on or some shit like that. Nigga ain't killed him and took the suit off and then now he just jump in his car. No. So that's the thing that makes me say you can't say that he did it. But I felt like he was there, man. He had the little shoe print that matched his shoe print.
It's 2 things I gotta say about that.
He was there, man.
He would have had to wear. He would have had to have on some Bruno Magli's and a sweatsuit. Niggas don't dress like that.
Niggas
First
like
of
OJ
all,
do.
Second of all, the LAPD. What's one thing that they don't tell y'all? The LAPD sequestered the GTE phone records. The phone records from Nicole Brown Simpson's mom, because they were together that night. OJ's flight left like 11:30. Nicole Brown Simpson's mom said, because it takes an hour and a half to get from Brentwood to Dayton Point. She said, I spoke to my daughter, and it was about 11:30 that night that they spoke on the phone. The LAPD sequestered those records, and they've been sealed for 75 years. So we won't know. If the phone records came out, the whole timeline would get fucked up because supposedly the time that they died, the mom said she talked to her on the phone at the time the LAPD said she was dead. Wow. OJ was already on the plane at that time.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But they took the phone records and said...
That nigga had been killed her by then.
Oh, Lord.
She was still alive.
She was alive.
She was already alive.
OJ fucked one of your ex-girlfriends.
Yeah, he mad. Why you mad? Why you doing my cousin like that, bro? My cousin.
Hey, man.
OJ
did it.
He shouldn't have been beating her ass through the years. It wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have put up some kind of pattern.
He had CTE.
He put up a pattern.
Nigga with CTE.
He put up a pattern that niggas was like, oh,
hey,
maybe
why
he'll
Al
do it.
say you ain't slapped a white girl like it was a regular thing? Like act like you ain't never slapped a white girl.
You don't got a sister, but you ain't never backhanded.
Man, I ain't never backhanded. You ain't lived until you done backhanded a white girl. You understand me? Wake up and grow up and be a man and go slap. I'm gonna slap the first white woman I see. And y'all got my bail money because
I got
you. Thanks, Al. Because you're going to be the first motherfucker. Al, I listened. I got that one phone call.
Say no to dope, man.
Al, come get me.
Say no to dope.
I need...
no, but like I said, that was the beginning of reality TV with that OJ.
It was.
Man.
Yeah,
they
it was.
sensationalized that shit.
Oh, yeah.
And what they did fucked up. Ain't nobody saying in about like a year or two. They basically made a documentary on Fox, man, saying his son did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
That shit went on a whole documentary. You just gonna put
Tell y'all, man, he was there. Man. Somebody did it that he
If you look on it's a show called Autopsy. If you have DirecTV on Reels, and they redid the crime scene, and even the white doctor said, based off the evidence, there's no way one man could have done this because first of all, Ron Goldman had defense wounds. Right. Ron Goldman was a black belt.
Right.
And he had defense wounds on his shins, and he had the DNA of the other person under his fingernails.
You fight for your life. He fight for your life. You gonna do shit you didn't know you could do.
If one person has a fight, whoever he was fighting to have some kind of marks on him.
OJ should have been.
The only thing OJ had was a cut on his finger, and the actual the medical doctor at the hospital said that cut was consistent with cutting a piece of fruit in the kitchen.
Wow,
it wasn't no. Wham,
yeah, you know, phone a nigga to the death.
The evidence shows there's no way in hell OJ could have done
man.
The problem is
you done cut my finger.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's fucking war now.
Think about
man.
This nigga done cut my finger.
Think about these motherfuckers. Wow. We done had Rodney King. We done had George Zimmerman. Right. Anytime they want to talk about injustice, what do they bring up? OJ. So that tells you it's more than the case. Black people think.
Right. Exactly.
All right, man. Next item.
Oof, we done OJ'd out, boy.
He just sensational when he just pops up when he wants to.
Yeah, he do.
Yeah, he do.
That's the most famous ball player ever played.
That nigga's a marketer.
He's an industry.
He's a king marketer.
These folks like to believe.
And he walk like
these people make millions of dollars off him.
But literally, the way they've tried to told, if it really meant something as a victory for me and black people, I'd like to believe he actually did it and got away.
Right. I would like to believe that.
But that's not the truth. That's not.
I know it ain't. I wish he had done it. All the shit he done went through.
But hey, we know in the streets there's a lot of brothers walking around here and got away with it. Peace. Amen.
Well, all right.
Snitches
get stitches.
They done got away with it. That's why I'm gonna buy Al a drink after the show. I wonder what happened to Trey Love. I don't know.
Yeah.
He got it down. Hasn't been seen since.
I wasn't smiling.
Last I heard, he was in Vegas. I don't know. The nigga was in Vegas.
On the run.
I wouldn't do that to a young boy in my family, man. I might need you to knock a nigga out for me. So
That's right. That's right.
I might slap you, but I ain't gonna kill you.
Right. See, I love it. I might slap you. I ain't gonna kill you, but I'm gonna pull my belt off. Pull my belt off and whoop your ass.
That nigga, like crazy legs in the breaking circle, like, Trey Love, go get him. All right, man, next item, man.
What up? What we got?
We're about to talk about the 10 Commandments, y'all.
All right.
And the thing we're going to talk about today about the 10 Commandments is this.
Not.
I'm of the feeling that we only need 4 of the 10 Commandments.
I'm kind of in agreement with you because the rest of them is just fluff.
Which one?
Thou shalt not kill. That's one, right?
That is one.
Okay. Thou shalt not steal. That's one, right?
That is one.
Okay.
Damn, this brother.
See, hold on. I'm a bibble nigga. Hold on.
Bibble, nigga.
I'm a bibble nigga. Thou shalt not.
Bibble nigga.
Bye, old nigga.
He said 4. Hold on. Let me see if I can get all 4. Kill, steal.
Adultery.
I was gonna say adultery, but I'm kind of
Mike probably like fuck that.
Yeah, I'm kind of like fuck adultery because
That would be number 1.
somebody here gonna fuck.
Al Tuma be in prison right now. If that's true.
Oh goddamn!
Fuck you mean?
Nigga, I'm a quadruple OG.
Which one is it? Tell us.
I would say the third one. Okay, number 3 for me is the goddamn it. Like if I see another nigga with something, I don't need to be sweating his shit.
Envious shit.
Yeah, fuck all that envy shit. That's some bitch shit.
Yeah.
You can't be doing
What is it, Mike?
Okay, first of all, look, here's the thing.
Go ahead, brother.
Here's my reasoning, okay?
I'm listening.
First of all, this is a very man-made list.
Yes.
The whole list is very man-made.
It is.
Doesn't come down from the heavens
White
above.
man list.
Okay? And the reason being is
Al.
the 6 reasons
Really?
that
A white man's list.
I mean the 6 commandments that are not included or should not be included also prove my point that it's also a man-written list. Okay?
Let's get it.
Here's my first 4, man. These are the only ones you need, guys. Only one you need.
The only 4 commandments your ass need. I love
honor your father and your mother.
I agree. And that was I had forgotten.
If they're honorable, goddammit.
You know what?
Some of y'all got some ancient ass parents.
Come to think of it, my daddy.
My parents are good. My parents are good, but I'm looking at some of my friends' parents like, ooh, you gonna honor that?
How can you?
But that's because he didn't honor his parents, man. You know what I mean? Somebody stopped honoring somebody fucking parents.
Man, I know a nigga, man, had 17 children.
Al.
Show me the man that has 17 children. I'll show you a tired man.
I mean, after he fell off, he just didn't give a fuck about nobody. Man,
well, he was just walking around just smashing like, take
when he died, man, not one of them motherfuckers showed up this
was a long, God damn.
So,
what's another one, Mike?
That's number one.
Honorable mother and father, yeah, we honor them, but the pieces of shit, you know. Halle Berry and trying to save Isaiah and that type of shit. That's some
Halle Berry, man.
I'm just saying.
This nigga Al is running his goddamn mouth now. What's number 2? Shit, we under time constraints.
Yeah,
right,
man.
Come on with it.
All right, number 2.
Ahead,
you shall not murder. Thou shalt not
agree.
murder. Everybody agree with that, right?
Yeah.
Number 3, thou shalt not steal.
I agree with that.
Number 4, you shall not give false testimony against thy neighbor.
That's still, that should not lie.
Yeah, don't be lying on me, motherfucker.
That might be
Keep my name out your mouth.
Can.
You know what I'm saying? Those 4, man, that's all you need.
And what's up with these rest of these other
The rest of them. Listen, this one you do not need. I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not have any other gods before me.
How I know you're the only one?
God would not say some shit like that if you are the only one.
Right.
Because ain't nobody else talking
Yeah, ain't nobody else. There are no other gods.
I know, niggas.
no
I'm
option.
looking.
There's
I've been
no
having
option.
looking. Ain't nobody
There's
else
no
here.
other option.
God's created all this.
You
man.
over there like, oh damn. they looking at that nigga Muhammad right now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Muhammad.
God jealous of Muhammad and shit.
He could do more push-ups than me. Oh, that nigga Muhammad.
All right. So that was bullshit. That proof
That's
was written
bullshit.
by man, right?
That's right.
That's
I
what
agree.
man
That's
shit to
bullshit.
say. Number 2,
Go ahead.
get rid of this one. You shall not make yourself an idol in the form of anything.
That's bullshit.
Kind of the same thing. Like, I'm the best. You can't do it. Like, God is jealous now and shit. Almighty God.
Gotta say jealous, your little punk ass.
Yeah.
The guy can turn water into wine. What the fuck?
Stripping.
You behind your credit card bill. He can turn water into wine. He ain't jealous of your ass.
Yeah, I'm having the Holy Ghost. I have to share a moment with you brothers. Read that last one again, and I'm gonna share this moment with you brothers.
Okay. Here we go again, man.
Read it for me, because I got to get this off my chest.
You shall not make yourself an idol in the form of anything.
Okay, check this out. I lost my mother August 11th, 1997 to cancer. I hadn't been to my mother's grave in over 10 years. I just got back in from out of town. I went to Mississippi. I spent some time at my mother's grave site. I had an emotional moment. There were some crystals laid on her grave, and I picked up one of these, and I just keep it in my pocket. And I promise you, ever since, it's just been a kind of a spiritual blessing going through me. So, like, why come I can't have this and just have this? Like, my mama way in Mississippi. You know, her body is, you know, her physical body. But why I can't have this as a piece of her with me? You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with that? Who the fuck you to tell me not to do that? You white man. Fuck your rules. Yo, rules, nigga.
This nigga has examples.
I want to say something about that.
But wait a minute. He not only talks shit, man, he backs it up with live examples.
Hell yeah.
Nah, much love, man. Much
keep
love,
crystals
man.
on me.
Yeah, you know.
I keep crystals on me.
See what I'm saying?
I
See what I'm saying?
Got
See what I'm
prenite.
saying? Now you see that?
Got prenite. Got a,
You see that? You see
I keep
that? Now
crystals
y'all
on
see
me.
that? That's the chakras working.
Are y'all
You
protected
see,
over
No,
here, man?
all jokes aside.
Green,
you
heart
see how the
chakra.
white man trying to get us from what we truly
Al, you
are?
see this?
This is what we really are.
You
Niggas
see what
got-
I'm saying?
Crystals is what we
Sediment
are
rocks.
as a people.
Your chakras and stuff, you got to connect yourself
There's
with the universe.
messages in the crystals. These things have been in the earth for millions of years. And if you're a prenite, this
Go
is
ahead
for spiritual
and keep reading
protection.
that white man's law to me.
I got something to say about these commandments.
All right, let me just finish.
No, if you finish. You finish. Do what you. I'm gonna talk after you.
Yeah, we're going to talk after you finish.
You do your thing.
We're going to wait till you finish.
Unakite.
Because,
All right.
mama.
Here's another one that is like almost redundant to the other two is thou shalt not misuse the name of the Lord your God.
God damn it. What the?
Like once again, you don't say nothing about me You know what I mean? Like God would not say
God
that.
don't give a fuck.
Like he has a bitch-ass emotions.
Yeah, man.
It's petty human emotions.
Yeah, these are human emotions, dude.
Oh, this is the motherfucking
Y'all wrote this.
shit. Hey,
All right, look, next
this
one.
50th show goes down, y'all.
It goes
Mike
decent.
Robertson
We're not playing,
Boulevard
man.
at
All right,
all.
next one. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy.
I keep every
Look,
day holy.
why are we doing a Sabbath day? Why does God have a vacation and shit?
Yeah, I keep every day holy. I can't even lie.
Vacation.
I keep
And
every
actually,
day
it's
holy.
Saturday.
It's supposed to be Saturday. So
Yes.
that's just some dumb shit. That's some shit. Look, that's some shit. They had 9 commandments and they wrote the 10th one in. Like, hey,
That's
nigga,
a
we need a day
European
off.
rewrite.
All right, so what you think?
Yeah.
dog?
This one thing we got.
We need a day off.
We got to tell these niggas some time off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got to at least get some time off.
All right, but look, 2 more.
Go ahead.
All right, the other 2 is the next one is, thou shalt not commit adultery.
People gonna
I'm
fuck.
telling you that, man.
People are gonna fuck.
That is some man-made shit.
That's
right
some
there,
man-made
man. If
shit.
I done ever heard
Yes,
something, nigga.
Lord. And you can't stop nobody from fucking.
Like God is going to be in the corner of the universe looking
Yeah.
down at these little molecules like, hey, man, once you choose, nigga.
Hey, check this out. Check this out.
You need to obliterate
Can
that
I
shit
get?
out
Can I
your
get?
soul.
I got to get this out my chest real quick. Every animal in the world, if you look at a pack of cows, there's one bull and women. There's one rooster and hens. There's a lion and a bunch of lionesses, and everything else is babies. Men run with packs of women. That's just the nature of things. I'm not trying to glamorize or glorify being a player, but it's kind of natural for a man to have and can love multiple women and love them and have joy and peace with them. But society and that white man has written in the government that she got to take your last name. This is y'all property. This is y'all land. Well, why come I can't be ye fruitful and multiply and have plenty of women and have plenty of land? Church.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, man.
Designed to
Trey
stop
Love is
that.
the Playboy of comedy, by the way.
If y'all
It
didn't
is
know.
designed to stop.
What's the
that.
last one?
The last one, man, is thou shalt not covet your neighbor's house, wife, or property.
I kind of agree with that one a little
Now I
bit.
believe in it,
Yeah.
but it's still not a commandment handed down by God.
You know, because honestly, that could motivate you to want to get something more. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
If you
look,
like,
covet. You could covet my shit all day, nigga. As long as you don't act on it. As long as you don't.
You
do
can
this
think
top
what you
four.
want.
Yeah,
You know what?
as long as
That's
you don't
funny.
steal my shit. Long as
Just
you
don't
lie
jump.
about it.
You know why
Yeah.
what you saying makes sense, Mike? Because you telling me not to have emotion. I can't even look at some shit with emotion. Like, damn, that nigga got a nice car. Oh, that's a sin.
Yeah, like what? I could
I
love
can't
that
even-
car, nigga.
Right.
This
I
the
can't-
thing.
I can't even have an
This
emotion.
is the thing when it comes to those, like, we as black people, we got to get into what the real deal is. We got to know, got to get past the bullshit. We got to know.
Pass it.
The 10 Commandments, where does that come from?
King James.
No. Before King James was there only 400 years ago.
No, James' uncle and them, nigga.
It comes from the 42 laws of Ma'at. And that was part of our spiritual systems back in Africa.
Right.
And what they called was the Europeans renamed the 42 negative confessions. And basically what that was is there were 42 laws that you quoted every night before you went to bed. I have not, and this is how you said it. And it was a way to check yourself because it wasn't no go to church. It was everyone was a church in themselves.
Wow.
And so there were 42 laws of Ma'at. That's where math comes from.
Didn't I
Balance.
say this was some white man shit in the beginning?
These are when it was ours. It was I have not
Niggas
sinned.
had 42.
It was 42 laws. I have
Damn,
not sinned.
that's too many too, man.
I have
I was-
not committed adultery against my wife. I have not stolen from my neighbor. I have not. And this is what you quoted at night before you went to bed to keep yourself in check. Before we had to go to a church and pay 10%.
Right.
This is where it comes from, and that's where the term math comes from. Math comes from ma'at, and ma'at was nothing but balance. It was equality, and it was love between the two, and it was a way for you to check yourself. So black people,
Before you wreck
go and
yourself.
check that out. Look it up on Google. 42 laws of ma'at.
I
Hey,
wanna
man, we're
smoke
bringing
some weed.
knowledge to you, baby.
I want to smoke some weed and kick it with this brother. I'm not gonna lie, for like 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Straight. Like I
I
want
was
to burn
gonna
some
say, didn't you
candles.
just do that,
I want to burn some. Is it just me, ladies? I want to burn some candles with this nigga, and I want to just chill and just
don't like
let
sitting around with
have him
motherfuckers
stand up
that
in front of a
do shit that I
microphone with
don't
me,
know and I can't
and
sit
y'all
there
two
on
cool chicks, and we sit there and listen and be like. That shit wild.
What you think about this shit, Al?
Yeah, that.
Like I said, I don't want to sit around this
42
motherfucker
miles
at all.
is math.
You know too much
It's balance.
shit. Too much of the wrong shit.
Yeah. That's what you'll see. You'll see the song. You'll see a woman looking like that. It looked like an Earth, Wind & Fire album, but that's where they got that from.
With the head turned to the side.
Yeah, that's what they got. That's my eye.
Telling my eye.
That was balanced. That's how to live your life in a balanced manner as an African, as a man of earth.
Thank you for sharing that with me.
Hey, look, when that nigga Dewan walk, a nigga be playing the guitar real fast. Got
his own theme music and shit.
Hey, the one guy asked you what happened?
What?
I mean, just what happened to us?
Oh, you got to read this book called...
No, I ain't fuck all that.
I'm going to tell you right now.
From your own mind, what happened?
Yeah. What happened with black people is...
I know. There was just a rhetorical question.
So don't answer shit, nigga.
Niggas like you came around. That's what happened.
Niggas like Al came along.
It's like, stop with your reply.
Yeah, I don't want to hear shit you got to say.
The Destruction of Black Civilization by Chancellor Williams. Read that.
We always say, well, they stole everything for us. God is black. God is this. I mean, it just breaks my heart, the fact that we had such a head start and these goddamn crackers have done this shit, and we couldn't just...
This we have to understand. I'm going to answer your question real quick. This we have to understand that civilization around the world has been going around for over 100,000 years. We just started losing it about 3,500 years ago. We lost it all about 100 years ago. Mm-hmm. It was we were under Africa was under constant attack from Assyrian from the year 1500 BC on. Yeah. People from outside have been attacking Africa. Mm-hmm. The Arabs decimated Africa between the year 600 and 1400, and then the Europeans came after the place was already decimated, and most of where they came was already emptied and done because the Arabs did most of the work. So we got to understand that as a people, and we also got to understand that we were already here in the Americas before the slave trade, and all kind of shit like that. That's right. We got to understand that we've been here, and the Ramses II visited. He used to call the Mississippi the Red Nile. Wow. The artifacts of Ramses II, 18th dynasty, all up down the Mississippi River.
That's something.
There are pyramids all through Arkansas, Alabama, the Olmec, the Toltec. Yep. We've been here.
Here.
What's your projections for the black people who've been here? What do you say your projections for African Americans, us? Our people
to know our own power, because we got to know that even to this day, even though go ahead, Jim, microphone
and
black
look,
motherfucker.
This shit might be rhetorical, so slow down.
Yeah,
it might just be some shit Al trying to get off his head.
Yeah, he might be setting me up.
Right.
Yeah,
what you got to say, nigga?
What is the problem?
What you got to say, nigga?
What in the fuck is the problem?
Shut your mouth.
Don't say nothing, nigga. You know too much.
This
the fuck is the problem?
No, man. What I'm saying, how do you see us shaking out, man, in 20, 30, 40, 50 years? Are our people going to become like extinct?
Hell no, we can't.
No.
I'm not talking about black. I'm talking about our culture, African.
No, it's not, because we got to realize that.
When I look at the NBA today, man, I see a strong possibility.
To this, but this is what we got to realize, black people. To this day, we are American culture. We drive culture. Our music, everything that we do, they take. Till this day, when black people realize that, maybe we don't need to sign with Hershowitz and just keep this shit in the house and do that shit for one fucking generation, and we'll be good and we can write our own check. But we give our power away because we think we need them, and they look at everything we do and copy off that. We don't understand that. We don't know how great we are. I think we got to understand how great we are. That's why I keep throwing these goddamn books out there. Yep. Hopefully niggas pick them up. Because once we realize how great we are, we can solve our own problems.
Yeah, because I do believe as African Americans, we are the most refined, the best of all niggas, because we were what they did to us.
Yeah.
I mean, greatness comes from that shit.
Yeah. Jazz and 90s R&B is still ruling the world to this day. Everything we do is just all over the goddamn place, till now.
Right. All right, look, man, I got a couple pictures, man. Talk about. Okay, this picture here. Chief Keef, who is second from the right there, put out this picture that created a lot of controversy. He put himself, along with Kanye West, Lil Wayne, and Drake, as the Mount Rushmore of rap.
Amen.
And youngins are rolling with it, but a lot of backlash. So the question is, who is on your Mount Rushmore of rap? 4 people that you got to leave for future generations.
Start that way. I'm gonna do that.
It wouldn't have been either one of them niggas. That look like no Mount Rushmore to me. That look like goddamn fucking. That look like 4 mug shots.
Hey, Al. Do you know any rappers?
Yes, I do.
You heard of some?
Real ones, niggas.
Oh, okay.
Hell out there, Busta Rhymes and goddamn fucking Chuck D.
That's real ass rappers right there.
Yeah, fucking with KRS-One. These
Okay, that's three.
It's just so many of them. And if I'd throw Flavor Flav in before I put them niggas up
God damn.
He said, I throw Flavor
That's his cousin.
Wow.
He gonna throw his cousin up there.
That nigga threw Flavor Flav up there.
You know that's
man.
my cousin. Look at how black we are. Darkness, everybody. I know. Don't take your damn belt off in here, Al. Shit. Don't you take your goddamn belt off.
Sugar Shane Mosley looking motherfucker.
Sugar Shane Mosley.
Sugar Shane
You goddamn Wesley Snipes, Blade, Cheryl Underwood mix, baby. Back flipping.
Cheryl Underwood.
Wesley Snipes and Cheryl Underwood had a baby.
I bet you he like Drake more than anything.
I got everything.
I got Drake on mine.
I got everything.
Who you got, Mike?
Probably got a butt naked picture of Drake on tattoo on his back.
Let me say who I got, man. All right, I'm rolling with. I'm starting with Rakim.
Okay, that's the God.
All right.
That's the God.
Then I'm going to Big Daddy Kane.
You in the game?
Then I'm going to KRS-One.
You in the game?
And then
Hurry up, nigga.
One more.
it's hard next.
Dolomite.
Hell yeah, that's a good one.
See how you keep
Wait
picking?
down to the jungle deep.
See how he keep picking his
I'm
relatives?
sorry. And I'm
He
rolling
keep
with
picking
Pac.
his cousins.
Pac.
Them his
And I'm rolling
cousins.
with Pac.
Who you got, Trey?
He keep picking his cousins.
Wait, what you pick? Dolomite.
He keep picking his cousins. Yeah, Dolomite, Flavor Flav. Them his
No,
cousins.
nigga, rap music.
All right. Number one, no rapper could rap quite like I can. I gotta go with the and ladies. Come on now, the ladies love Legend in Leather. The LL number one. That's number one, greatest of all time. That's the GOAT. We're going to go with LL. Second, I can't lie. We got to go with the God. Because Rakim, I remember back in the day when Rakim used to move the crowd, them lyrics was just, Rakim had lyrics that made you just go, whew.
Yeah, like, wait, what did he say?
Did he just say that? You know what I'm saying? You had to rewind that shit.
How
Rakim
can I
shit,
move the crowd?
first of all, ain't no mistakes allowed. Come on now. His shit was so cold. I used to take the time and write his rhymes out. Like, I had to look at that shit. He was amazing. Third on my list would have to be, I'm going to go down south here, Mr. Mystical. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Mystical?
Mystical, dog. You ever heard it? Why y'all?
That's what I'm saying. I don't care.
Nigga, Mystical.
Yeah,
I keep.
I ain't gonna listen to your list. Go ahead.
Okay, he's like, yo.
I mean, it's just how you went from like, you know, LL, nigga, and Rakim to Shit Cat.
Watch yourself.
Who else?
No, but his lyrical content is amazing.
Nah, he do got some flows.
Nigga got some flow. Last but not least, my like what I would put on the Mount Rushmore. Who would be the God? Let me think. Y'all, damn, I got shit. This is a hard one.
You got 3 seconds.
Yeah, nigga.
Don't do me like that.
2.
You didn't name 2 pieces of shit out of 3. There's got to be another one I did.
It should be easy.
You know what? I'm gonna have.
Who you going with? Pac, Big, Jay?
Pac. I'm gonna go with. You know what?
Not Pac.
Pac. I'm gonna go with Pac. I'm gonna go with Pac.
All right, where you at?
I don't like the question because I don't like narrowing shit down to 4 people.
But you know you gotta do it.
I love all music.
Yeah,
I mean,
but you gotta do it.
if I was gonna do 4, just hip hop.
Yep.
Okay.
Probably
Ice
got
Cube,
Amy
number
Weinstein,
1.
Drew.
Ice Cube, the death certificate was a prophecy. If you want to know why the riots cracked off, listen to death certificate. If you want to know what happened afterward, listen to Predator. Then I'm gonna go with Snoop. Because Snoop is the Stevie Wonder of hip hop. He crosses genres.
Snoop is like my number 5.
I love the fact that he's fearless. Most people just want to stay in a box. That's why they disappear. Right. Snoop will do any kind of genre on you because hip hop niggas forget that music is music. This shit's art. You gotta expand yourself. Andre 3000, 3 stacks.
I'll go with that.
I'm gonna go with 3 stacks, and then for number 4, that's a hard one. I'm probably gonna go with Kanye.
Okay.
Kanye.
Yay. Yeezy. Yeezy. Niggas want to. Niggas don't like to. We forget to evolve. Like shit, music evolves. There's a lot of great motherfuckers back in the day, but I'm not gonna disrespect Kanye to go to some old nigga just because he old. When you listen to Graduation, College Dropout. Man, shit.
Well, I might.
Oh yeah, all that.
Really, personally,
I'm saying when you listen to Graduate, all that
Twisted
shit.
Fantasy, man, that shit is.
I mean, Kanye said some shit.
Kanye
Not only did he say some shit,
Musically, is dope.
he's dope, and he mixed that shit himself too. He didn't send it off nobody else. He did that shit himself.
He dope.
So I'm not gonna disrespect him just because I'm gonna go with some old nigga that ain't relevant no more.
Kanye dope. Straight up.
Put 50 Cent in my top 4 before him, though.
But look, in your Mount Rushmore,
Rick,
it'll be
nigga.
like 10,000
Dougie
years from
Fresh.
now. Nobody will be relevant. It's just about like
Right. What you see?
Yeah, no. Cube, the shit Cube said, some of the shit Kanye said, that shit will still be relevant as long as life happens.
Okay.
You're gonna still have relevant music when you get to them truth speakers.
Yeah.
All right, got you. All right. Next, last picture. All right, this right here happened. I think it was today or yesterday, where some protesters put 7,000 pairs of shoes on the Capitol building in Washington to represent the number of kids who have been killed by guns since the Sandy Hook shooting. And that's 7,000 pairs of shoes right there. So I say, give them an A for effort. That's very creative to get your message across. I mean, it's pretty heartfelt as well to think like, damn, that many kids have been getting killed by gunplay. But what you guys think about that?
It looked like the hood to me.
I think it's white people problems.
Yeah, that just looked like junk to me.
This reason why I say that. Because they've been allowing bullshit to happen all throughout the country, and they use it for political purpose. Oh, look at Chicago. Look at them niggers. They're always shooting and killing each other. Didn't do anything about it. They don't see us as Americans. They see us as these niggas in the hood. That's right. They didn't go to their politicians and say, hey, let's do something about it. They didn't. When Ollie North got caught bringing drugs into the community, they didn't say that nigga worked for Fox News right now. Yep. You know what I mean? This shit's been going on and on and on again. And one thing about cancer, you can't tell cancer which way to go. Cancer, once it's in the body, it spreads.
At these protesters? Right?
I'm direct, at the protesters too. Because if you didn't have shit to say when all these other motherfuckers got killed, it's gonna come back. Malcolm said, "Chickens come home to roost."
Come home to roost. That's exactly.
And if you've been allowing this shit to happen in this country for decades, it's been going on for decades.
Now that it's coming,
but
y'all
you don't
appreciate
appreciate somebody speaking up on it.
It's okay. It's a little late.
That's the main criticism. Don't nobody ever say nothing. These motherfuckers putting this.
It's not about saying nothing. Do something. Change a fucking law. Because for instance, going back to OJ, when OJ happened, they went and changed all kind of laws. They went ahead and said they said you can't say nigga on TV no more because Mark Furman said it. Yep. They changed all kind of policy.
And they messed up domestic violence.
Exactly. They changed all kind of.
You can't even grab a chick no more. You know how you just choke her a little bit? You know? Y'all know this nigga.
I don't do that.
I know Al know what I'm talking about, you know.
But
and I know you ladies.
I had one thing I want to...
Not choke you hard, but ever so slightly, you know, where you just get a little woozy. You know?
I had one thing to say before I finish it off. Then I'm going to finish it off.
They set up play fighting with from the get-go, where you like pillow fight and just do shit playfully. And
then it escalates?
Mike, this is what it really is. These motherfuckers gotta raise their white sons. Because these is the only motherfuckers shooting people. This is an in-house issue.
No, man, those black kids, man.
They don't know black. Them white kids that get shot in them schools.
No, that's not schools.
That's the school shooting.
7,000 school shootings, bro.
That's not a school shooting thing?
No, that's 7,000 kids have been killed since the school shooting.
Yeah,
that's mostly black kids.
During school shootings.
Okay.
I saw it earlier. That's school shootings.
No, it's not school shootings. We haven't been that many school shootings.
So you telling me 7,000 niggas have been since that school shooting 2 or 3 weeks ago? This is how many.
Not 2 or 3 weeks ago. Sandy Hook.
Sandy Hook, bro. We talking a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah, that's school shootings.
Man, the difference is white violence is way more hideous than ours.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Niggas shoot. If we shoot to kill somebody, normally it's something personal. Ain't no black kids walking in no high school, man, just spraying goddamn 100 motherfuckers randomly.
Just cuz.
We don't go to movie theaters and shoot up set. We don't walk in a church and shoot old motherfucking ladies and set. That's they shit.
Right.
So the gun laws ain't gonna never goddamn fucking change because it's been. If you take guns off the goddamn street today, the white man's rule will be over with right away. That's how he took over with gun violence. So they'll never take.
They ain't taking no guns.
And a nigga can't even have an AK. How many niggas you kept? I know some niggas with one, but
Hey,
just walking
what
around
I told
with
you.
them.
Don't say
What I
no
told you.
names.
What I told
We
you.
ain't just
I
walking
told
around with these
y'all. I told
motherfuckers,
y'all.
man.
I told y'all. Do something to make me.
Man.
I told y'all. I mean, I know a nigga with one. I told y'all.
I don't know nobody with
We
one.
ain't just walking around with these motherfuckers, man, in guitar bags. I know white boys do that shit.
God damn. I don't even
Hey,
know what to say.
We can't even walk around with shotguns and shit. Nigga, you can get you over 38.
Oh, dude, we got about like 4 minutes.
It's cool. I'm gonna hang out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, this nigga like, I'm gonna leave now.
Yeah, I'm out.
Time for the dismount. I mean, you can, bro.
No, I ain't gonna do it, man.
Don't have
I
an
wanted
accident.
I wanted to go live, man.
Don't have an accident. and
I wanted
shit.
to go live. I wanted to show my friends because this is an amazing show.
Oh, man.
It is, dog. I ain't even
funny,
fucking
man.
lying. I ain't even lying.
Damn, man. Fucking 2 weeks ago, man, I did it by myself, man.
Straight up, all by yourself.
Yeah, oh, that's when I got sick.
It was rough.
Damn. It was rough, dog.
it was
Hey,
rough.
Mike said,
Cool.
Mike said, man,
I was sitting there like, damn, I was doing a lot of talking. It was like 12 minutes in, nigga. I was like,
I want to change what I had to say then. We said it was all shootings. So I want to just say that, hey, fuck it. Y'all motherfuckers need to goddamn gun. This shit, like Al said, is not changing. That's how the West was won
Right.
with the gun. And if you take away guns, goddamn it, they're gonna blow up buildings. Ask Timothy McVeigh.
Yeah, you can do that. Them motherfuckers, like, if they take guns away, nigga, if you wanna kill somebody, you gonna
What
kill
we need to
somebody.
do is the same laws that apply to the Crips and Bloods and the black people, put that throughout all the society and throw people in jail when you see them using drugs and all that other shit. There was opium epidemic in Vermont and all these. Put everybody in jail the same rate. You just gun violence stop right now overnight.
Yep.
I tell you what, man, some of the punishments, the way the punishment is, bro, it's too easy for them, man. Like, either they're going to get killed on the scene or they're going to get the chair, get a million years put on. You got to have some shit in place. Like, you go shoot up a school and shoot 17 kids, guess what? We're going to get your parents in that same school, empty it out, and give 17 kids some AKs, and they getting lit up.
Yep.
That type shit, they'll be like
That's
thinking
funny.
about who they leave behind and shit.
agree.
You know what I'm
I agree.
saying?
That's-
Like,
you know what? That would be the ultimate.
you gotta
I
like
that
come up
shit.
with some shit to make
I like
them
that
pay,
shit.
man.
Like,
Them
make
white
them
kids
motherfuckers-
hate their parents,
Yeah.
and they be cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
like,
you got to make a
Fuck you, Mom.
Yeah, take this.
You got to
I'm
make
going to kill someone so you can get killed.
True that.
They're not gonna do that. They ain't even condemning this goddamn boy. They said it's a mental
They're
shit.
trying to play video games
They
in real
do all
life,
that.
man. That's what it all
it's
comes
just like
down
the
to.
goddamn little white boy that shot up that black church and killed like 70 and 80 years
They
old
killing
black
him,
women.
though.
Yeah, but they win.
They already said they're going to kill his
He
ass.
said when.
We
Charles Manson died of natural causes. They said they was going to kill his ass, too.
Exactly.
Didn't
That's what I'm
They killed
saying.
Tukey, though.
Yeah, they killed
Exactly.
Tukey.
And
They
he
killed
was
the
right
fuck
That
out.
was the last motherfucker that California killed, too, was Tukey.
Damn.
Yeah.
Was it?
And Charles Manson died of natural causes.
They killed
Man.
Right.
motherfucking Tukey.
That's
Yeah.
how that
What, he's
goes.
120? He lived a natural life in that
He
motherfucker.
lived a good life. That nigga was in there eating and shit.
He was getting gifts and shit, titty pictures from all kind of white women.
Like,
This kid do
man.
too, and I'm just saying, when you, for a kid to shoot up that many old black people, 80-year-old goddamn elderly black people, and you take him to Burger King before you take him to jail,
that don't make no kind of fucking sense.
and we ain't did no outcry about that at all.
That don't make no kind of fucking sense. They took his ass to Burger King, my nigga. And you know how much I like Burger King? Like, for real, I
That
love
nigga get a
Burger
chicken
King.
sandwich?
And that shit be costing me like $10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They took that motherfucker to Burger King.
All right,
Yeah,
man,
that's
before
what
y'all
do it.
depress me for the rest of the night.
I wonder if I go shoot up a bunch of white people when they take...
Nah, man. It's time to shut it down, y'all. We had an hour, man. Wait, what you say? Before lunch?
You ain't making the jail.
I ain't even listening
You
to
walk in a
these niggas no
church
more.
and kill 70, 80-year-old goddamn white people, nigga, I bet you ain't getting to jail.
I won't make it to the car.
He said, you won't make it to jail.
No, I won't make it to the police car. I won't make it out the building.
You will be announced as one of the victims.
All right,
who died
people.
tonight.
All righty.
Right.
So since we're
The
wrapping
gunman
up
was
now,
killed.
since we're wrapping up now, folks, nah, man, for real though, y'all. All right, look, man, we up against an hour, man. I want to say thanks to everybody. Thanks to the poetess in the building for having us in her lovely studio for over a year now, doing 50 episodes, man. I love it. Mr. DeJuan Brown,
man.
thanks for always being here. Mr. Melrose Uncut, man, you're not here tonight, man, but one love wherever you at, you know what I'm saying? Trey Love's been on the show a gang of times. Thanks, Trey Love. Same with Al Toomer. Some of my other guests, Khmer, Precious, who else? Willis, Cisco, Shelly Shell. I can't think of everybody, man. Malcolm, all those people, man. Everybody's been on my show, man. Love you guys for real, man. Thanks to everybody for listening, man. I'm King Mike Boogie on everything. Follow me, and let's do this damn thing, man. We out of here, man. Much love, y'all.
Peace.
Yeah.
I like my green with crystals like Folgers, picking up momentum, rolling like boulders. They call me ice, but I'm really much colder. My rhymes is heavy like the weight on my shoulders. I'm spitting that red hot smoldering lava. I fight to the end like the Navajo. Crack a bottle though, make it the goose with cranberry and triple sec. Triple my check, I feel the ripple effect of a fool on the loose. I hit you from every angle, from obtuse to right. Street shit like JJ, I'm dynamite. Slide me some dough, I show you an execution in the flesh, and promise not to leave nothing left. If you bomb it, I keep stabbing, shooting, damaging, looting, till it ain't no disputing who the greatest is.